Hi everyone, welcome back. Welcome back to another weekend chart analysis. Every week we take a look at six asset class: the S&P 500, NASDAQ 100, US 30, the Russell 2000, gold and silver. So without further ado, let's get into the chart analysis. First up is the S&P 500. So for the S&P 500 last week, we got into a trade to the upside. However, price gave us a drawdown, nearly got stopped out, but we're still in the trade, and the open of the market, we're expecting the price to go even higher. Next up is the NASDAQ 100. So for the NASDAQ 100, we're expecting it to do the same as the S&P 500 to go even higher. So next up, we're going to be looking at the US 30. For the US 30, we're expecting price to sell. But before that, we're expecting price to go higher to a certain point. That point is the 50,262 price point. And from there, we can expect price to sell, maybe back into the peak formation or just above it, and give us another peak formation that will set the market up to go even higher. So for the Dow Jones, we are looking at a short sell for next week. And also, if there's an opportunity, we'll take a short buy to 50,262. Next up, we're going to be looking at gold, which is one of the most popular traded assets on the forex and commodity market, expecting price to sell from a certain point. But before that, we're expecting price to reach a certain point. So we're expecting price to reach all the way to 5,425, and then we could see it drop back all the way probably into the peak formation, or it gives us a new peak formation for it to go even higher. And since there is this tension in the Middle East, we can expect price to break through that level that we're expecting it to reach to. Or we're setting a target, being disciplined, and we're going to just hit there, and then we're going to decide what to do next. Next up is silver. So for silver, we don't have a current peak formation that price is actually going to move from, but we have a peak formation that is above that price is going to get to, and also a target area where we expect price to hit before we can see some form of retracement, probably back into the peak formation, and then we can even go higher than where we are right now. So we're looking to buy silver if we have a nice setup along the way, but we're just being an observer at this moment, probably for the next day or two. Or let's say we have a nice move that is going to happen on Monday, then Tuesday we can get into it. And lastly, we're going to be looking at the Russell 2000. So for the Russell 2000, as of from last week, we were not doing so good on it because we got stopped out, and even before that we got stopped out. Even though we took some partials along the way, we still got stopped out. So we're expecting price to reach a certain point before we can see some sort of buying again, and that price point is 2,574. When price get there, we're gonna look and see what it does afterwards, and from there we can expect price to form a new peak formation or reverse all the way back into the current peak formation that is there before going higher. So we're basically hoping there's an opportunity to sell it, but if there's none, we do nothing. So in conclusion, we will be buying the S&P 500, we will be selling the US 30, we would be buying gold and reselling it at a certain point. Also for the Russell 2000, we're basically going to do nothing until we get a setup. So that's it, guys. Tune in next week for another weekend chart analysis where we take six asset class and we break it down and we see where price is going, and we're gonna wait for those setups and we're gonna execute consistently to the direction that we're expecting price to go to. So tune in next week. That's it, everyone. Join us next week for another chart analysis. Also subscribe to get notified every time we drop a video like this so that you can stay informed in the market. Happy trading, everyone.